physically and stamina-wise, and what you thought you saw as a result from those guys, and how you felt after the game?
Well, I mean, I thought our guys held up incredibly well, and it certainly wasn't the plan. And obviously, anytime you give up 5 possessions, you're going to give somebody more opportunities to snap the ball. They took all those same. Louisville took all those reps too. That quarterback didn't sub out with anybody. I would be hard pressed to argue that he probably had a tougher mental and physical challenge than any of them on the field. But no, real proud of our guys. It was again a great challenge, and all the way to the very last play, to that final whistle. Played with incredible effort. Going back and watching afterwards, just how hard we competed is, you're proud as much as anything.
How does 99 plays wear on the coordinator that has to call on them?
Yeah, I took all those reps too. It's really hard. I'm still sore. So,
They remind you of the Big 12 days?
Oh, in some respects, yeah. Yep. Different kind of stress, but yeah. So, heck of a game, though.
As you turn this and look at Boston College, though, I mean, this is something totally different. This is double tight ends, it seems like, and it's power and it's smash mouth. So, is that actually a good thing, maybe, for you guys that you have to make this? I mean, it's a big transition to go from where we were 2 weeks.
Well, I think there's some similarities offensively. Yeah, you don't have Lamar Jackson back there, but they got another dual threat type of guy, throws the ball really, really well. And they don't just get in too tight, as you know. They're a little bit, quite a bit more diverse than that, and they do some things exotically that are always difficult. They always have a new, nice little wrinkle package, quote unquote, for us every year, and his guys are always tough and they're physical. As you saw, they had the big personnel out there on the field, and we put our big people out there too. And next thing you know, they're running the ball and they slip somebody in behind us, and those are that's kind of that feast or famine style of play, and they can lull you to sleep. So they got a very nice play action package out of what they do, and as everybody recalls, in 14. We had plenty of guys get behind us against a very talented, experienced defense with pretty much the same style of play. And so they do a very nice job, run and play action, how they complement things. And again, they have a ton of personnel packages too that all kind of create different issues for you. So it's like every week, that again, there'll be some similarities, some differences, and you guys, again, you have to start over again, in order to play well. And so, that's and another big challenge is just like they had, kind of a quick turnaround where we played a little bit later, but again, another short week to get ready after, finish grading tape at 4 a.m. on Sunday, and you're back in here mid-morning on Sunday getting ready for practice. So nobody's feeling, I don't want anybody to feel sorry for me. Trust me, this is not a pity party, but that's that's kind of how the circumstances that we're preparing for, so are preparing under.
If Boston Bryant's able to play at a high level, is the plan to move Christian, rotate him inside and out, or would you like to keep him at defensive end with guys like Albert Huggins emerging at tackle?
Well, Christian's over there. Christian, what would you like to do now that Austin Bryant's coming back?
Doesn't matter. Do whatever you need to do.
We'll do whatever he wants to do. No, I'm just
playing wide receiver for us.
No, I think, just ask him. He signed up for it. No, I think that what he's been able to give us through, again, 5 games is build some competitive depth all across the front. And I think it's given some more guys opportunities to improve and get experience. A guy like Albert Huggins, he kind of realizes he kind of likes playing a little bit, and so he's practicing just a little bit better. And that's what it takes, sometimes for guys to get their opportunity. And so I think, I think that the plan would be to continue to play him both outside and get him back inside as well.
Do you think having Scott Loeffler now, which is a handful of games, does it look really similar to what Boston College has done in the past?
Oh yeah, I think that obviously I think he's probably calling it, and but I think systematically they have a philosophy there. We played him my first game here at Clemson. He was at Auburn at the time, and then you watch him play. What they did at Virginia Tech a year ago as well, and so I think there's kind of a little bit of mixture of both.
Coach Venables, what is going to be on your playlist for the plane ride?
Playlist for the plane ride.
Playlist?
I'm pretty eclectic, kind of a Renaissance man. I've got a little bit of everything on my playlist. Everything. Yeah, my two young daughters have added a few things on there. So if you'd like to know all those tunes as well,
Like Justin Bieber and stuff?
there's you name it. We got it on the Venables playlist. So.
Coach, can you take us through that play that number 18 was able to get behind that defense there and set up their first touchdown for Louisville? Just take us through that.
Yeah, had a new wrinkle and did not play. Obviously, we didn't play it well. Well-designed play action and ran a post with a little wheel out of the backfield, and we did a bad job getting our guys ready for it.
Just to the untrained eye, it seemed like the chess match, really on both sides of the ball, was interesting, and there were just some times where one guy beat another guy with a call or something like that. Did you feel that way?
It's those calls are both sides are not magical calls, good or bad. The players make them good calls, and execution and the precision, and sometimes it's a little bit of luck, but sometimes you're not in a perfect call, and guys got to bail you out of it, or you put guys in a compromising, position, or sometimes you dial it up just right, and sometimes that's a guessing game and sometimes it's not, but players ultimately get they deserve all the credit, because they're beating blocks, they're covering in tight man, is that a great call when Cordray Tankersley bats that ball down, or is that a hell of a play? I think it's a great play. And Coach Reed got him, teaches him the technique to use, teaches him not to panic. And a veteran, experienced player takes that to heart and does a great job timing it up. I think Coach Petrino liked the timing of it too. Right?
Yeah.
Speaking of which, it seems like you've had a lot of unlikely heroes over the years in big games, and sure enough, Marcus Edmond makes the big tackle to save the game. How rewarding is that to see him?
It's great. You're happy for him. I think that'll help him as much as it will us. Obviously, it was a huge play in the game. It's what he's supposed to do. Had good zone eyes, and we're giving up the two to the flat. If they throw to the flat, rally to it, and in that situation, he did it textbook. Keep his head up on the tackle, but got him out. So, yeah, it was great for Marcus. Obviously, great for us. Real proud of him.
I don't know how you guys regrade it, but right after the game, there were a ton of solo tackles.
Mm-hmm.
Credit to your guys, especially against a guy like Jackson that's so good in space. Is that? How do you feel about that?
Well, I thought it was good, and I think that structurally we try to put our guys in tight position to tackle them. Most of the time we wanted to be able to have a couple of guys on him, somebody inside, somebody outside, but there were a few occasions where they were one-on-one, and we made some terrific plays. And guys were, when you're desperate and you're frantic, usually you have your technique is just a little bit better. And this is not a casual or nonchalant game, and I think our guys were as desperate as they've ever been, because I think they had incredible respect for that offense and for Lamar.
The game that Ben Buller had, it reminded me of some of the times your early defense at Oklahoma, some of those 18, 19, 20 tackle games. Did it kind of remind you of some games?
Yeah, he's kind of figuring it out. finally, through 4 years. I've been trying to get him to play like that. I told him it's a linebacker-friendly system, and it's foolproof, it's dummy-proof, and he decided to listen for the first time. No, he did a hell of a job, and I think it comes from great preparation, and he's very, very detailed and super focused, and he didn't want to let his teammates down, and he loves putting that ball on every Saturday, and he takes a lot of pride in his performance, how he plays, and as a leader of our defense, that's our quarterback, and real happy for him, and moving forward, I expect more.
Everybody good?
Right. Yep.
Teddy Lehman. That's what I thought of.
Layman.
Layman.